And here we get started to our Monday webinar, and it's all about how to become an active supervisor today. Now, first of all, for everybody who is maybe a brand new member here on the call, as a brand new member, you build your business on 500 PPV as a minimum 3 consecutive months in a row. And then also you want to teach other members in your team to do exactly the same. First of all, that gives you the NutriBullet blender, but then also it helps you basically to build your business towards the supervisor. And when you follow basically the success formula, then you reach very easy the level of an active supervisor. This is why we talk often about build it in the right architecture. So this is now a high-level interview what we have tonight, and I ask you to listen very carefully, take good notes. If you have questions afterwards, there will be time to ask questions, because what we're going to analyze now, and it's not me who does it, it's actually Jacqueline all the way from Prince Albert. She will analyze with Roxana how she qualified to active supervisor. Quite interesting with this interview, they actually qualified both in the same month for the active supervisor. Now for active supervisor, you need to achieve a minimum of 2,500 volume points each month, 3 consecutive months. And they both did it perfectly, Jacqueline together with her husband Claude, Ruxana, and they both qualified last month for the active supervisor. We heard Jacqueline's interview last week, Monday. It's recorded and it is on the level 10 page, so you can see it there again. So tonight, Jacqueline wants to know from Ruxana how she did it. So I don't take any much further time. I just introduce you now to our awesome brand new qualified active supervisors. All the way from Prince Albert, Jacqueline Hendricks, and she will interview our newly qualified active supervisor all the way from Mitchell's Plain, Ruxana Sotenberg. I hand you over. Woo! Let's make a welcome.
Woo! Hello, everybody. I'm Jacqueline Hendricks from Prince Albert, and it's my honor tonight to have with me on the call Ruxana Sotenberg. Now, Ruxana qualified as active supervisor during March this year. That means that she did 2,500 volume points minimum for 3 consecutive months. And I just wanted to find out from Ruxana, when did she start as a client on Herbalife? Ruxana?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks, Jacqueline. Thanks, Maya. Okay, so when I started my journey, the date that was the 4th of June, which was exactly 3 days. It was a very tasty pace for me, but I was willing to do it.
Okay. So, Ruxana, what I wanted to find out from you also is, what is your background now? Your full-time job. Herbalife is most now totally part-time. So I wanted to find out, what is your full-time job? And what is your background in your full-time job?
My full-time job is an accounts executive. I am based in the Century City. It is a very, very demanding position, of which requires me to travel at least once a month. What I basically do is I set up service agreements. I deal with very high-end people who want extreme, or at least 100% during the day. So having said that, Monday to Friday is what it is till 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and sometimes on weekends as well.
Okay. So to date, I know that you've lost for about 35 kilos. So product results.
So before I even advise as to what the weight loss is, I have to say by 100%. I was
Ruxana,
Yes?
sorry to interrupt. I call you on the phone. I put you on loudspeaker from my phone. So just pick up your phone if you can, because your voice is coming and going.
Okay, no problem. Is that better?
Much better.
Okay, shall I leave it on speaker or? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Yakareen, please repeat your question.
So what we wanted to find out from Shana is what is her results for the products.
Yakareen, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Ruxana, I think the question was about your product result. Could you share your product result, please, with us?
With the energy levels that has increased by 100%, leading an active lifestyle, attending fit camps and park runs, hiking every single Sunday, I dropped 10 pan sizes with 36 kg and 174 centimeters in total.
Wow, stunning. Yakareen, are you there? It looks like...
Okay, Bia,
Yeah, Yakareen?
I'm here, Bia. Can you
Okay.
guys hear me?
It's your interview. You can take over.
Okay. Okay, no, I just wanted to find out if you can hear me. Ruxana, I just wanted to find out from you also, when did you become a member and why did you become a member?
Well, I became a member on the 5th of September 2015. It's a bit of a very funny story, but I also would love to share the story. So the initial reason why I became a member was because I made a bet with my coach, just to tell him that this product ain't going to work. So the deal was that he was going to ensure that I lose the weight that I intended to lose in a shorter time period. So just a bit of a advice for everybody, please don't ever make a bet with your coach. So after losing that weight by September, obviously I was kind of the dotted line. But whilst doing that, I then decided to help people to look and feel the way I do. And yes, it might sound like cliche where people say that is what they're doing. It is very much true. Knowing that I was coming from a couch potato side, by sitting and doing nothing every single day, day in and day out, not having, as they would say, a social life because of knowing how I felt, everything changed almost instantly after using the product.
Okay. My dear, when and why and why, when did you see now Herbalife then opportunity? When did you see it, the bigger picture on doing the business, not just as a bit of extra cash? I think it's also the extravaganza where you saw the bigger picture now. So can you just maybe tell us now, when did that now struck you?
So after my first Herbalife opportunity meeting, it ended up being the BBS, which is the next best thing. After the BBSs and getting all the certificates and the pins and everything, I then decided to attend the extravaganza that everybody was talking about. Unknowingly to me, knowing as to what other doors it would have opened, I then just went ahead, booked my ticket and went to the extravaganza, which took place in Johannesburg. And that just totally blew my mind. Everything changed for me that day. I then changed my outlook on things, outlook on the Herbalife opportunity, outlook on the business, and I just had fun. The things that I then found out, the first thing I did was book my ticket for the LDW, which again, everybody was just talking about. And at that time, I didn't even know I was going to qualify.
for the complete and full weekend. So that for me changed. The amount of people who then became family, the Herbalife opportunities which currently is available and made available to me then, was for each and everyone around the world, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're tall, whether you're small, whether you're fat, whether you're thin, everybody was treated equally, and that for me was important. So it doesn't matter which nation even you come from. And in today's world, especially in the corporate world, things are not like that. And that for me made a change. And that is one of the reasons why I'm working that hard to ensure that I reach the goal, every single goal that is put out for me, so that I can make a success of my business as well.
Okay. So now after you signed up and you got these great results, how did you now get your first customers to convince other people now that Herbalife is the best products? So how did you start on getting your first customers, my dear?
So the first customers took place at the Wellness Day at my office. So with Bayer and my sponsors came to my offices, and they came to tell my staff members, my colleagues and my peers about the Herbalife product, of which 15 people then went on to the trial pack. And of that 15, 5 of them upgraded. And currently to date, there are 2 that are still using the product and enjoying the product and loving the product 110% and loving the results that they currently have as well.
Okay. So you've qualified now for the NutriBullet, which means that you did 500 minimum volume points for 3 consecutive months. So can you maybe just tell the new people on the call about your fairy tale pertaining your NutriBullet?
My NutriBullet. Okay, so my little fairy tale is actually a very big fairy tale for me. So besides me not having a boyfriend or husband right now, I then received my NutriBullet on Valentine's Day, which was the best thing ever. And I have to say, that is, your shakes taste so much better in this beautiful NutriBullet that you can drink straight out of the containers as well. And better yet, I even got it for free.
Rushana, your job that you're doing, your full-time job, it's very demanding. So I just wanted to find out, how much time do you have to invest per day or per week to find new clients or to do follow-ups? Can you maybe just give us a bit of background on how do you do your time management?
Time management for me, it's more of on weekends rather than during the week. But every day for me is a Herbalife day. So it doesn't matter what time of day, morning or night, my clients requires assistance or wants any products from me, I make sure that I make the time to get the products delivered to them, to make the time to make sure that I get exactly what it is that they want, to ensure that I deliver the service as a coach to them. And the reason for this is the exact fact as to what my coach did for me. So when I needed products, when I needed assistance, they were there for me at any given time. So whether I deliver products at 5 o'clock in the morning or at 11 o'clock at night, I ensure that they are a happy customer at the end of the day.
Herbalife business. So how do you organize your follow-ups also apart from doing and finding new clients? How do you organize your follow-ups?
So I organize my follow-ups after every 2 weeks, and I try and cluster the follow-ups. So especially after a shake party, I try and get those same people together and try and make it another shake party above all of that, and request from them to do some referrals and ask them to be there as well, so that we can do one weigh-in within that shake party. And I've only done it once so far, and I have to say it really, really works
well. Shake parties. Can you maybe explain to us how do you do your shake parties?
Currently now, when I organize, or at least when I have a shake party, I make sure that I have the shakes ready already. So in other words, I have 4 or 5 different shakes with me that I can allow my customers, my potential customers, to taste. So we start off with by doing the proper breakfast, asking them exactly what it is that they had for breakfast, doing a bit of an informal discussion, trying to get familiarized with the crowd of which I have. Thereafter, I'll give them the breakfast presentation and I'll give them my results last. So if there is anyone else within the crowd that is currently using or have used the products, I will get them to talk first, finding out from them how they currently feel and what it is that they are doing in making them feel the way they do. I try and ensure that the host that is hosting the party not to bring anything with them, or at least provide anything. It just gives me that extra bit to ensure that they don't have to be, what's the word that I'm looking for? They don't have to be obligated to do anything. So everything I will do, it's literally just borrowing their time and obviously their place, of which I can assist and ensure that they have a better, healthier lifestyle going forward for them, as well as their family members or neighbors or whoever else is within their vicinity, to assist them in living a healthier lifestyle.
Okay. So now you became a member and you got now your members. Actually, you got your clients now. So I wanted to find out, how do you identify, or how do you get your members that's underneath you to also do the business? How do you see now this one I want in my business, or that one? How do you see or identify potential members?
Well, when I started the business side of things, I'm going to be honest in stating I signed up a lot of members. All I wanted was to get members on the program because of the way I felt and how excited I felt about the product. But after going to the leadership development weekend, after going to the extravaganza, I realized that that is not the way things needs to be done. After now understanding the business, I ensure that I educate the people of which is currently using the products, and seeing how they are coaching and being on the chats, seeing how much they love the product, knowing as to what I'm doing and wanting to do the same for their family members. That is how I then identify them and then program and assist them in more ways than one into becoming a member and then taking them through the journey with me. So for the last shake party I just did on Monday, I took one of the other members with to the shake party and letting her assist in the weigh-ins and the measurements, etc., which helped her as well in making herself more familiar, in knowing that the next shake party that she'll do, she'll be able to do it on her own.
Okay, so how many members do you have now at this stage?
So currently I have one active member in my team. I've got 2 downlines that's also very active in the team, but in total is 9 members with 6 downlines and 3 below that.
Okay, so how did you get the most recent member?
So the most recent member, she went to school with me. She's a stay-at-home mom. She just wanted to lose some weight. So with all the energy levels that she gained, she hosted her own shake party. She then sold 7 trial packs, 3 of which is now upselling at the moment, and she's got another shake party on the way. So that is what I call a true member, active member, that's well on the way to be a supervisor.
Yes, that's the spirit, my dear. So, Ruksana, you're having a demanding job. You must cut yourself in pieces, do your follow-ups and find new clients. So, not to focus on your clients only, how do you support your team members?
So, recently we created a chat group that has goals and motivations in it. So following this, we have the one-on-one session. I have the one-on-one sessions with them and assisting them as well as going with them to their shake party. So I make the time, if they have a shake party, to be there to assist them in every possible way, going through them, following up with them on a daily basis, asking them where they are currently within their goals to ensure they reach their goals as well. So besides the motivation, besides being there for them, I try and ensure that I can assist them in every which way possible so that we can be there and assisting each other in growing their business as well as mine.
Jacqueline?
Okay, so now do you have any support structure on how you are developing yourself? Because at the end, you must, and whilst you're busy assisting your clients also. Pardon me?
So currently, for my own personal development and my own personal in my own personal business, I try and plug in as much possible events, as much possible meetings, as much possible online meetings as I can whenever I can. And it's something that Malaska said earlier, that doesn't matter where you are, even if you're driving, and I know that Baya doesn't like us talking and driving on our cell phones, but I do my best, very best, to ensure that I do at any given time, even if I am in a meeting and I can just listen. That's as much as I do. And obviously, if the calls are recorded, to try and go back and listen to those recordings as well.
Or the HOMs, Ruchana?
Say that again.
How often do you go to the BBS or the HOMs?
So since I signed up in September, I tried to count back to see how many I've missed. I think I've only missed 2 since I've been a member, and I've tried to attend every single one of them. And to be honest, the only reason why I go is to collect the pin. To ensure that I get a pin every single time. So that's my goal. Whenever I go to a BBS, I must make sure that I come home with a new pin.
That's so great. Do you have any local events that you attend, or it's only the online webinars that we are having weekly?
I attend our local HOM every single Tuesday night in Mitchell's Plain. I'm part of the team, which goes with my sponsors. However, I have attended a few HOMs in and around my vicinity as well. Together with the online webinars, which has also just been launched, I try and attend each and every single one of them as well.
So how do you make things happen, Ruchana, for you in your business?
So the way I make things happen, I make sure that I find no excuses at all. I'm grateful for both of my sponsors that I have, for being so close to so many people that I now can call family. And what I do is I rub off on their successes. I use their bits of their journeys. And this is what I learned from the call. You are your own individual. You make the change in your business. It's because of you that your business grows. So it doesn't matter which part in your life, or doesn't matter where you are in your life currently. I try and ensure that I use bits and pieces of everyone else's journey and implement it into mine where I see fit. And that has truly been the honest truth as to how I've grown in my business as well in my personal development, in seeing what others do and see what works for me.
Okay. So how much did you earn last month? I know that you're doing it totally part-time, so can you maybe just tell the new people on the call, what was your income last month?
So in total, last month I earned 14,700 in total, with 2,249 rand and 97 cents paid to me by Herbalife, and 12,450 rand 0.3 cents that I made in profits in total last month. So for last month, the profits is 14,700 rand.
Wow, that's a lot of money. It's somebody's salary, I assume. Ruksana, so what is your goals for the rest of the year or until the next LDW, which is in July? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 months or in the next 6 months?
Okay, so the goal for this year till July is the promise that I made to you and to our president member is the fact that we are active world team by July this year. And to ensure that I go to the LDW with 3 of my own supervisors.
Jacqueline? Okay, I'm not sure if Jacqueline is still there, but Ruksana, this was a very, very interesting interview. Thank you so much for all the information. I think we open up for questions as well. So if you have a question, you just click on unmute. You're more than welcome to ask any question. While everybody's maybe thinking of questions or is at the moment just clicking on unmute, one more question to you, Ruksana. When I would be your brand new member, what would be your suggestion for me to go forward?
For you to go forward is to plug in as much people as you can that surround you. Don't be afraid to ask questions at any time. Set a goal for yourself, and if it is that you're on the weight loss, buy something that you can fit into. If it is on the weight gain, same story. But love the product. That's most importantly. Out of this entire journey that you're about to start, love the product and the people will see it. They'll see right through you. Work on yourself. That will be your first point. Find out your why and just enjoy the journey. Have fun.
Is there a specific goal you would give myself when I don't understand the marketing plan completely? What is the first step for a member, what he should or she should aim for with your experience now? What do you want for a brand new member to really be successful? What should be the first goal he or she could aim for?
Just to understand, this is not for the business side, am I correct?
No, not business side. I signed up
for the
as a brand new member.
Okay. For the business side, as I said, plug into as much people as you can around you. That for me was utmost important. To speak to as much people that you can, due to the fact that you are grasping on their stories, on their journey, to understand what they've done, so that you can know exactly and see what will work for you, whether it is the shake parties, whether it is the wellness assessments, whether it is the wellness days, whether it is Facebook, whether it is WhatsApp, irrespective, because it doesn't matter which journey you do decide to take, it doesn't necessarily mean it will work for you on the business side of things. So suggestively try out a bit everything and see what will suit you for your business.
Obviously, that's brilliant. And to make it measurable, that I know I have done enough, what would you suggest there? Do you have a success formula there?
Importantly, 15, 10, 5, 1. As always, speak to as much people as you can do as much wellness assessments as you can, and see exactly what happens from there. And that's exactly how I started. When you had the wellness, or when we had the wellness assessment at our offices, it was a perfect exercise at the fact that we spoke to that much people, which was over 30. We had about 15 child packs that went out, and 5 of them which upgraded, which was exactly the terminology of which we use currently within our business in Herbalife, is the 15-10-5-1.
And obviously what we know then, because everybody should and want to have the NutriBullet, which leads then usually to the success formula 500 by 3+2, where we want that each member really reaches out to as many people as possible to get a minimum volume, personal fitness volume of 500 volume points, 3 consecutive months in a row, which builds a good foundation to move forward from there. Rukhsana, this was so brilliant, but I want to give you over to all the other people if there are any questions, any comments. So it's open up to everybody on the call right now. Any questions? I see Wendy on the call. I see Yakureen back. Now Yakureen is bright and light. I can see you again. I can see Yakureen all the way from Nice on the call. There are a few people more, but I see only the cell phone names and not their own names. Any questions from your side? Any comments? I see even all the way from Plettenberg Bay, Elsa on it. Hello, Elsa.
Hi.
Any questions?
I might have one.
Yeah, I don't think
question.
I think Rukhsana did a great job. Okay.
Angeline, this goes straight to Rukhsana and Yakureen. Thank you.
Hi, Rukhsana. I've got a shake party coming on Friday. It's my very first shake party. I just want to confirm if I have the right idea. Is there will be about 8 people. Do you make a full shake and a tea for them to be able to experience the product? Or
Yes,
do you just
I
give
do.
them a sample?
It all depends on the crowd and obviously depending on how much people there is. But I normally take 2 or 3 shakes with me. Now, it's my own shakes that I make. I wouldn't necessarily give the entire bottle of shake to the host. I've purchased very little small Todd containers, which is at Chinatown here in Cape Town. I'm not too sure where you're from, sorry. So the little Todd containers. So as you would as a normal guest in your own house, and people come to your house, you obviously will first serve them tea. Right? And that's exactly what I do. I make the tea when I get to the host's house, and I leave the tea on the table and allow for the people to enjoy and explain to them exactly what it is that they had. And thereafter, I will put the bottle of shake on the table as you would when you would serve anything else, and then serve the shake in there as well. And it's a little small Todd container, because it doesn't necessarily mean the people at the party would enjoy the flavor shake that you've made. Hence the reason why I get them in that very small container. As I said, it looks like a proper Todd glass. So if they don't like it, it doesn't go to waste. And plus you have more than one variant of which you can consume yourself if they don't want it anymore.
Okay, perfect. That answers my question. Thank you very much.
Super question. Good luck for your shake party, and we want to hear afterwards. Angeline, tell us all your experience.
All right, will do.
Any more questions? That sounds like somebody's making a shake. Somebody's getting hungry. One more question. I'm counting down. 3, 2, 1. No more questions? Okay, then I would say thank you very much to Yakureen and Rukhsana. This was a very informative interview. It is recorded, so you can relook at it again. And obviously, one thing you might feel while Yakureen was talking, Yakureen just qualified with Glow Together for Active Supervisor. Rukhsana just qualified for Active Supervisor. Our last interview there before was the interview with Miloska, who is just on her way to qualify for Active Supervisor. When you compare all the different interviews, one thing I picked clearly up, they do it with love, they do it with passion. They don't chase volume points. They look really that they talk to as many people as possible because they have a passion to help people to feel healthy and well. And this is what I get out of all these interviews. This is basically their success formula. And this is why they don't get tired to talk to people and do just another shake party and another shake party and another shake party. Thank you very much for everybody being on the call tonight. Thank you very much, Yakureen, for hosting the call, and Rukhsana for all the answers, and really that we could squeeze you to find out everything. Have a great evening, everybody, together.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Ooh, well done. Awesome. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.